I'm Meghan Boffeli, and I'll be talking about cultures communicating online. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the souls of its people." So a connotation with culture comes words like ethnicity, nationality, and foreign countries. But in the definition of culture is the totality of learned, shared symbols, language, values, and norms that distinguish a group of people from one another. And that is according to Floyd in the book Communication Matters. So in other words, culture is not owned by a country, but rather its people. Co-cultures reflect this ideology because it is based on shared interests and not by someone's background. Through the use of the internet and social media, people from different backgrounds can come together to form co-cultures and attempt to support, interact, and make a difference, despite any possible language barriers. On the internet, you can see the differences between culture and co-cultures through advertisements. So ethnicity or nationality is not the same as culture, but it can help shape a culture. So in this ad, you can see the difference in values across nations. In this ad is one you would see in more Western countries, which has an individualist ideology, which means that people are more care about themselves and not a community as a whole. So in this ad, they use slogans such as "find your favorite deal." So they use words such as your and our. So this is an ad you'd see in more Eastern countries, which is a collectivist ideology. So as you can see, there's a chef in the ad, and that represents that who's making the food. It's more community oriented and more personal. On the other hand, people within the same country have different co-cultures. So in this Ford ad, you see cars or an ad that you'd see in more rural areas, which families would drive these cars because they're safer, whereas in a bigger city, you might see an ad with more flashy cars. A co-culture can be formed over something as simple as a love for dogs. Many people that belong to different co-cultures can communicate through social media. So for example, Facebook and Twitter make it easy for people with shared interests to communicate from all over the world. A quote by Floyd from Communication Matters states, "The opportunity to know and communicate with people from other countries is greater now than ever." So communities like LGBT support groups and animal rights activists form online to share their thoughts with the world. Another example of this is campaigns online, where people unite to make a difference in the world. Ritu Sharma has an article that states that hashtag campaigns can really make a difference, like hashtag Ferguson raised awareness for police brutality, and hashtag Ice Bucket Challenge raised over 115 million for ALS. However, one might encounter different language while exploring the internet. Some may argue that language barriers are an issue between communication nations. However, this is not always the case. Most internet users speak English. With over 500 million users, 52% of people on Facebook speak English. As you can see on this chart, the blue bar is English speakers on Facebook, and the next leading language is Spanish. There's a big difference there. Online translators are also an option. A quote by Matthew Kushinka of Redline Languages states, "Google's translation tools is a big step in the field of translation technology. Google Translate is free, fast, and more accurate than any online translation tools." With a low amount of issues with foreign language, co-cultures have no limits on the internet. Internet users can overcome language barriers so people from all over the world can unite and make a change, and also to support and interact with one another. So overall, culture is a strong aspect of our lives. It can describe our values, hopes, likes, dislikes, and fears, so therefore it is part of our identity. It ties us together and it unites us to make a difference in the world. Thank you for listening.